Hi there, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and I'm your host for Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from Washington, D.C. is Hilary Sutton with HSL Digital. Hilary, thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thank you so much for having me, Charlene. It's a treat to be here.
Oh, it is our pleasure. Before I ask you what you do over there, have you read all those books behind you?
Well, not since I've had small children, I haven't, but I was a pretty good reader before I had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. But now I have to say I depend on Audible. I love to listen to books when I'm out on the road, on a walk. But yeah, these are, my antiques, I have to say.
Oh, but that means you've read them. Good for you. Congratulations. All right. Now, let me ask you, what do you do at HSL marketing, digital marketing over there?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So, HSL Digital is a content first digital marketing agency. I'm a consultant and I have a small team of consultants. And we basically do marketing strategy for small businesses, small teams. We do copywriting and content writing. And I am also a fractional CMO for a few organizations as well.
Now, you mentioned for small businesses. So what's a particular pain point for small? Because you have kind of small, the medium, and then the big guys. What are some of the challenges that small business owners in particular are facing?
Absolutely. It's a lack of time. Sometimes it's also budget, but so often small business owners get stuck wearing all the hats, right? So they're conceiving the business, they're working on the product, they're doing the sales and business development, and they also have to do the marketing too. And so what we like to do is to come in alongside leaders and small teams and say, look, content, not your highest and best use. Coming up with a marketing strategy, not your highest and best use. So let's us take that off your plate and really help you focus on what your magical point is that you can focus on, so you can really just get back to what only you can do.
And it's just not in their wheelhouse. I mean, their job is running a business, coming up with a product or service. Then you have to be a full-time marketer, which is sometimes they just don't have the experience. Are there any challenges in trying to convince them or explain to them why you're making the recommendations that you are?
Absolutely. Well, I think that, people come in with their own preconceived ideas and notions about what marketing is, what the importance of digital versus traditional, or what social media platform they should be on. And so sometimes we have to, really come in with that expertise and say, this is where things have been, but we're living in a new age and time. As the great reopening is happening, everything is different than it was in the before times. And so we have to pivot and we have to have that agile approach to marketing.
Which is a great segue right into my next question. The one constant about digital marketing is that it is always changing, whether new products, new algorithms. So what's on your radar for the next 2 years?
Oh my goodness, for the next 2 years, depending on what vertical you're in, what is really making a difference now and in the future, I think, is just smart technology. Whether it's your doorbell that can see who's coming to your front door when you're out of town, or if it's smart home technology and the way that we can use our Google Home Minis and our Alexa, Amazon Alexa, and all of those sort of smart products in our homes to really that can really service us as consumers. Alexa is responding to me right now. I'm so sorry, but that is a great point. Right there.
I love it. So let me ask you this. What is the biggest obstacle a digital marketer has to overcome in order to be successful in this day?
I think the greatest obstacle that marketers have to overcome is simply figuring out what is most important. People are consuming content and information everywhere. We have a million tabs open on our computer. We have our smartwatch. We have our phone. We're living in an age of so much distraction. And so as marketers, we really need to figure out, okay, what is going to move the needle the most? Where are people really spending their time? Because as marketers, you only have so much time. You only have so much budget. You can't be on every platform doing 100% capacity. So what is really going to matter most and what's going to move the needle? And you have to, like I said before, have that flexibility to pay attention to what's happening in the culture, in the marketplace, and move from there.
Hilary, that is great advice, both I think for a business owner as well as a business owner of a digital marketing company. Thank you so much for sharing your insight with us today on Digital Champions.
Thank you, Charlene.
Oh, it is our pleasure. And if you'd like to learn more about what Hilary's doing over there at HSL Digital, you can check her out by first going to dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm Charlene Shirk. That's going to do it for us right now on Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.